after vehicle veers off flat bridge. Portmore man dies after vehicle plunges into Rio Cobre off flat bridge. These chilling headlines, reported by the Jamaica Observer and the Jamaica Gleaner, tell the heartbreaking story of the most recent tragedy at the infamous flat bridge in Bogwalk, St. Catherine on April 13, 2025. Earlier this year, on January 7th, and again on January 28th, similar incidents occurred at this same location. Thankfully, no lives were lost in those cases. But the fact that this bridge continues to feature in such terrifying stories year after year makes one thing clear: flat bridge is as dangerous as it is historic. Tucked within the lush Bogwalk Gorge, this unassuming yet deeply unsettling structure stretches across the Rio Cobre and connects Spanish Town to the interior of the island. It is believed to have been built between 1724 and 1770, making it one of the most oldest bridges. But its story begins long before cars ever crossed it. During its construction, the 16 surrounding sugar plantations were each required to send one slave for every 50 enslaved people they owned to work on what was then known as River Road, or 16-mile walk. These men were tasked with digging gravel, marl, lime, sand, stone, and performing hazardous labor within the narrow, deep-sided gorge. Many lost their lives in the process. Contracts for timber and masonry were arranged at vestry meetings, and the bridge itself was built using large stones from the riverbed and gorge, a timber frame, and early masonry techniques. Structurally, the bridge is flat, true to its name, and made of planks laid on a timber framework supported by two piers and two buttresses projecting from the banks. These supports are reinforced with piles and braces, woven together with masonry, a clever combination of strength and simplicity. Originally, the flooring was entirely wooden, but between 1881 and 1915, floodwaters washed the floor away, and it was later reinforced and refloored using iron girders and buckle plates salvaged from the old Maypen Bridge. Over the years, attempts have been made to add handrails, including metal ones in the 1930s and wooden ones thereafter. But the river had other plans. Both types of railings were repeatedly destroyed by floods. Today, the only protection separating vehicles from the river below is a series of semicircular concrete spheres lining either side of the bridge. That's it. No rails, no sidewalks, no margin for error. Just 45 meters of roadway, 5 meters wide, suspended above Jamaica's most unpredictable rivers. As you approach Flat Bridge from A1 or from Spanish Town, winding through the dramatic cliffs of the Bogwalk Gorge, the air feels different. It's both awe-inspiring and nerve-wracking. The elevated limestone walls, the thick foliage, the echo of water crashing over rocks below. It is Jamaica's natural beauty at its wildest. But it's also the kind of place where your gut instinct kicks in. For thrill seekers, the road is a dream. For people like me, it's pure nightmare. I've been terrified of flat bridge since I was young. And when the highway was open as an alternative route, listen, I breathed a sigh of relief so deep, it probably shifted the tectonic plates. It's been 10 years since I last laid eyes on this bridge. And even now, I still feel the same. Still terrified, but I overcame the fear today and braved up in the rain just to film for you guys. What makes flat bridge especially dangerous isn't just the narrowness or the lack of barriers. It's what flows beneath it. There's a treacherous current in the Rio Cobre, locally referred to as the driver. It's fast, aggressive, and totally unforgiving, especially during the rainy season like now, when the water rises suddenly and might submerge the bridge entirely. More than one motorist has been swept away before even realizing the danger. And the river doesn't always give you a second chance. One of the most heartbreaking tragedies occurred in July 2016 when a family SUV plunged into the Rio Cobre. 6 people died that day, including a father and his 2 young sons. The memory of that event still lingers like mist in the gorge. And then there's a mysterious case in June 2021 when a woman drove her SUV into the river. A very gut-wrenching event, and I'm sure her family is still clueless as to what happened that day. And of course, some locals believe Flatbridge is haunted. They've seen ghostly figures standing in the road at night. Others talk of a mermaid who lives in the Rio Cobre, demanding a soul from time to time. And when the water starts to rise out of nowhere, they say she's coming, whether you believe in spirits or not. Flatbridge has claimed enough lives to give everyone a pause. But that's not all doom and gloom here, There are heroes here too. Local residents and divers who rush in when others run away. They pulled people from the river, administered CPR, and prevented even more tragedies from unfolding. They do it without fanfare or recognition. Many people in the community believe that they should be formally trained in first aid and provided with proper rescue equipment, especially since they are often the first responders at the scene. Meanwhile, the police continue to urge motorists to drive with extreme caution. No speeding, no overtaking, just patience, vigilance, and maybe a quick prayer, because the Rio Cobre has no patience for carelessness. Flatbridge is more than a road. It's a living piece of Jamaica's history, a place where the past and present collide, where danger and duty exist side by side. It's a reminder of the resilience of the Jamaican people and the beauty and brutality of nature. And for me, it will always be a symbol of respect for the lives lost and for stories told and for the river that never sleeps. So the next time you hear the name Flatbridge, remember, it's not just a headline, it's a legacy.